In this video, we're going to go through some basic maintenance, disassembly, and cleaning procedures. This is just something that I would do normally after a day of play. I usually just go through, look at the outside of the marker. Any paint that's on the outside of the marker, I would wipe off with just a paper towel, maybe wet it down with some water and a paper towel. That's all you really have to do to take any of the paint off the gun. You don't want to let any kind of paint sit on the gun for a long period of time. It could, make the paint on the gun bubble. So just make sure that you always clean the exterior of your gun, make sure it's nice and clean, there's no dirt or paint on the outside of the gun. Usually from there, what I'll do is I'll check the barrel, one for paint, to make sure I don't have any paintballs still lodged in the barrel. And two, I'll check to see if there's any broken paint or dirt or debris in the barrel. If there is any kind of dirt or debris or broken paint in the barrel, you can just use your pull-through squeegee, feed it through one end, just pull it all the way through. It will be a tight fit. It's made that way to, fully clear out the barrel. So once you've done that, your barrel should be clean, shouldn't have any, you definitely want to check to make sure that there's no nicks or scratches on the inside of the barrel from any kind of dirt or debris getting inside there. But once you have that barrel clean, it should be all good and ready to go. From there, usually what I'll do after that is I'll remove the push pins and I'll just do a quick field strip just to kind of go through, clean off some parts, and re-lubricate some parts. So you want to be careful, make sure that your gun's not in the recocked position. If it is, sometimes what will happen is it'll push this end cap out and it'll pop out pretty hard. So make sure that your gun's obviously not cocked back. So we'll go ahead, we'll pull our end cap off. We'll set that off to the side. You have your drive spring and your guide pin. I usually leave those together and set those off to the side. Pull your grip frame down. I'll usually remove the mag well. Then from there, you're going to slide your mag well all the way to the back. Then pull your tombstone out of the X7 marker. Then from there, usually what I'll do, and you always want to make sure that your velocity screw is turned all the way in order to pull all your internals out of the back end of the gun. From there, once you have that velocity screw turned all the way in, you should be able to tip the gun and just kind of shake it like that, and you'll get all your internals to slide out of the back end. Usually from there, I'll inspect the O-rings, the front bolt O-ring, check to see if there's any kind of paint or dirt or debris on the front bolt. You just want to make sure that this area is nice and clean when you put everything back together. If you get any kind of dirt or debris or broken paint on this area, it could cause some problems later down the road. So you always want to make sure that your front bolt's clean. You always want to make sure that your power tube's clean. You can easily do this just by grabbing a towel and just wiping off the parts. Just like so. Rear bolt as well. You want to make sure that this doesn't have any kind of dirt. You will see maybe some black wear and stuff like that on the rear bolt itself, and that's okay. So we'll go back through. We'll just reassemble everything. Your front bolt, linkage arm, your rear bolt. And usually from there, I'll insert it into the back end of the X7. I usually leave this part out just a little bit, that rear bolt O-ring exposed. Then you can lubricate your rear bolt O-ring just using some of the oil that came in your accessory packet. Just re-lubricate your rear bolt O-ring. Then from there, you can go ahead and put your internals back into the gun. And then usually I'll also re-lubricate the face of the tombstone. Just put a small little ring around the face of the tombstone. That's going to ensure that you get a really nice seat up against the face of your valve. Then from there, we're going to go ahead and slide our mag well back on. You want to make sure that the mag well is in line with the receiver, just to help ensure that your grip frame is going to slide back on. I'm going to go ahead and put the grip frame back on. Put our long push pin in the front of the grip frame to help hold it. Another long push pin to hold the tombstone in. I usually go back through and replace the magazine. Your rear bolt insert or plug. You want to make sure that you get your drive spring into the hole of your rear bolt plug. You also want to make sure that your guide pin is in the center hole of your end cap. And just go ahead and push that in. The shorter of the two pins is going to go on the top of the end cap. The longer push pin is going to go into the bottom of the end cap and through your grip frame. From there, you want to go ahead and reinstall your barrel. And then there's one more thing that I want to touch base on before we finish this video out. We're going to want to check the cyclone feed. Every once in a while you might get some dirt or debris in the cyclone feeder. So we'll go ahead and remove the cyclone feeder bolt using our 3/16 Allen key. We'll go ahead and we will remove our cyclone feeder. Really easy to do. All you're going to do is kind of hold the gas line, just using your index and your thumb, and then just pull it away from the gas line. This isn't going to damage the gas line in any way, and you shouldn't have any problems with getting the cyclone feeder off that way. From there, every once in a while you might have a little dirt or debris or some kind of, I've seen paint and stuff like that in there. Usually what I do is I'll remove the Phillips head screw, and then I will take the cyclone feeder, turn it upside down, tap it on the table. Your paddles should break loose and come out of the cyclone feeder. Once you have them out of the cyclone feeder, you can individually wipe them down, and then you can also wipe down the inside of the feeder housing. Then just go ahead and reassemble your paddles, same exact way they came out. And you're going to go ahead and reinsert that Phillips head screw along with the washer. Connect it back to your gas line. Flip the gun back over. We'll put your cyclone feeder bolt in place. Make sure that's nice and snug. And that's it. That's the basic maintenance and cleaning of the X7 marker.